demons, man.
Demons?
Voices.
Voices and demons?
Where's the voices?
Today is the day that it all begins. The day of my massacre shall begin.
Oh my God!
From the wrath of my power, they will know who I am. My name is Nick, and I'm going to be the next school trooper of 2018. My goal is at least 20 people. Location is Stone Douglas.
This evening, what we're now learning at this hour about the suspect, Nicholas Cruz.
When you see me on the news, you all know who I am.
17 people killed in a mass shooting at a Florida high school.
You're all going to die.
Nicholas Cruz was a former student at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School and a troubled child who spent much of his time alone. On February 14, 2018, he would replace flowers for guns and chocolates for bullets before taking the lives of 17 innocent, unsuspecting individuals, 14 students, and 3 teachers. These victims were supposed to leave campus that day wrapped in the emotion of love and kindness. Instead, they tragically left wrapped in body bags with only their legacies left behind. Let's walk you through a brief timeline of the Valentine's Day massacre. 2:19 p.m. Cruz arrived at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School via an Uber. By 2:21 p.m., Cruz enters Building 12, walking into a stairwell with his black rifle bag. Freshman Chris McKenna crosses his path and sees Cruz loading his gun. Cruz tells him, "You'd better get out of here, things are going to start getting messy." Sadly, Cruz was ready to cause havoc, and the nightmare here was only just about to begin. At 2:21, Cruz fires his first shots, killing 3 freshmen in the hallway of the first floor. Cruz then continues to stalk the first floor unchallenged. He enters no classrooms and only shoots through the windows at people in his line of sight. Heartbreakingly, he kills 6 more students. 2:22 p.m. It's been 3 minutes since Cruz's Uber dropped him on campus, and still no code red. The repeated failures to call a code red become catastrophic when the build-up of gun smoke sets off a fire alarm in Building 12. Now, instead of hiding in their classrooms, as they would normally do during a code red, some students and teachers stream out of classrooms into hallways, as they would if facing a fire. Little did they know, they were herding themselves into the perfect narrow firing range, leaving little to no room for escape. The carnage is astounding on the first floor, where Cruz kills 11 and wounds 13. 2:23 p.m. Cruz heads up the west stairwell to the second floor but finds the hallway empty. Some teachers, probably hearing gunfire below, had taken steps to protect the children. They had covered the windows in the classroom and the doors so a shooter could not see in. At 2:24 p.m., the nightmare makes its way to the third floor. Students on the third floor are initially unaware that there's a shooter in the building and are crowding in the hallways because of the fire alarm. Now hearing the shots, they begin to run back towards the classrooms. To their despair, the doors are locked behind the teacher, with his keys stuck inside the room. Several students are stranded in the hall, and a prior decision to lock restrooms due to students vaping creates a death trap for those trying to find refuge. They are stuck. There is nowhere to hide, and Cruz is on his way. He comes up the stairs to the third floor and immediately starts firing rounds into the crowd of around 20 students. A geography teacher is holding open his classroom door as he ushers students in. Cruz shoots and kills him. He kills 1 more student outside a locked bathroom, and then 2 more that were locked outside of a classroom. They died huddled together. 2 other students are hit. 1 dies in the hallway and another inside the western stairwell. By the time he is done, Cruz kills 6 and wounds 4 others on the third floor. The time is now 2:25 p.m. and his deadly assault has spanned 5 minutes and 32 seconds from start to finish, leaving a dark hole in the community and the lives of the victims' loved ones. At 2:27 p.m., Cruz takes off his rifle vest, drops his AR-15 in a stairwell, and heads down the stairs. He darts out of the building and runs across campus. all while the police think he's still inside. It is at around 3 p.m. that police finally apprehend Nicholas Cruz, shortly after he had ordered food at a fast food restaurant. It is at this point that you first hear those special words, demons
What's going on
and
today,
voices.
The demons, man.
bro? Demons?
Voices.
Voices? Voices and demons?
Where's the voices? What the? Where? What happened?
Just be quiet, man.
So, the shooter has been caught, we know that, and there's no question as to whether it was him or not. Nicholas was caught red-handed. But the behavior during his arrest and in the interrogation room will play a strong role in how his sentence is handed down. I know this sounds daft, but the law is the law and it has to be played by the book. What we know is that there's a trend that we see with these inhumane killers who make it out of their massacres alive. They try to paint a false perception of themselves to manipulate the only important question left. Sane or insane? And in this case, Detective Curzio definitely had his work cut out for him. Because from the moment of Cruz's arrest, the game was afoot.
Can't see it past my big stomach, but my name is John Curcio, and I'm a detective for the sheriff's office. So what I did is I got a lot of background on you, and I can tell right now that you understand that this is a police department, and I'm a police officer. Okay? All right, so one of the things I want to do is we need to start talking about what happened and why it happened.
Straight to the point. What and why? What would normally be a simple answer becomes a confession of possession.
You go to the hospital, the doctors clear you, and you're talking about demons. What are the demons?
The voices.
Well, tell me about it. What are the voices about?
It's another voice, the evil side.
Okay. And how long has that voice been going on?
Years.
Okay. When did it start, you think? When your mom passed?
It started getting worse when my mom passed.
How many years before your mom passed, do you think?
When my father died.
Okay. Did you ever tell anybody about the voice? Never? And what does the voice say to you? And what does it tell you to do?
Burn, kill, destroy.
It's
me and then my bad side.
I understand. Everybody's got a quote good and bad side. There's people.
No, it's a voice. The voice isn't here, and it's me.
Ah, there it is. They call this the mental disorder defense. It wasn't me. It was insanity.
It's just regular me. Just trying to be a good person.
Okay. So, how many years about do you think you've been hearing these voices?
15 years.
When you hear the voices, are the voices like outside your head or inside your head when you hear them?
Inside.
Okay, so it's not like you don't hear a voice from that corner talking to you. It's inside your head. And is it always the same voice, or is it only one voice?
One voice, yeah.
And you said it's a man's voice? Yeah. About the same age as you think? But it's only one voice you ever hear, right?
Yes.
Do you hear the voice when you're in bed at night sleeping?
Yes.
Curzio has now been interrogating Cruz for a number of hours and has detected a pattern in his behavior. Knowing that the police had gotten into Cruz's phone which led to a note of a park shooting, the detective brings this up.
Okay, so other than putting it on your notes, what time do you think you put it on your notes? This morning or last night?
I didn't. I didn't expect this.
Okay, but when did you think you put it on the notes?
A week ago.
A week ago?
Week 3.
I can't hear you, man.
3, 2, maybe a week ago.
What were you going to do a week ago? You're going to start shooting people at the park?
Yeah.
And did you have a city picked out for what park you wanted to do? No?
I didn't want to do it.
What kept you from doing it?
My bad side. The demon.
No, but what stopped you from doing it at the park?
I don't know.
You did it 3 weeks ago, the note, but then you didn't do it at the park. So why do you think you didn't do it at the park?
Cruz inadvertently revealed that his Valentine's Day massacre was not only premeditated, but it was also not the first time he considered committing such an act.
All right. Do you always obey what the voice tells you to do?
Try not to.
Okay. Well, how many, on any given week, how many times do you think you hear the voice? All the time?
Once every day.
Once every day? Morning, afternoon, night? Always the same time?
Usually in the afternoon.
You remember the Maverick shotgun, right? Do you remember earlier when me and you were talking and I asked you if you had any other guns and you said no?
Did I say that?
Cruz seems to be very much in denial about his love of guns, but the detective has spotted some inconsistencies. Earlier in the interrogation, the detective brought up the topic of ambitions and Cruz's history with guns.
You remember saying it?
Yeah, I believe. Did I?
No, you never told me about the Maverick shotgun. I'm trying to figure out.
I told you I had other guns, right?
Well, you never told me about a Maverick shotgun. Is what I'm trying to get at. Is
Okay.
did you what other guns do you have?
High point.
A high point. What caliber?
9.
And when did you buy that?
Before my mother died.
Okay. And did you buy that legitimately? At a gun store, or did you buy it on the street?
Bought everything at a gun shop.
Same gun shop?
No, different ones.
Okay.
I just can't remember.
Okay. The high point 9mm. What else you own?
I'm noticing that his answers are much snappier when the questions revolve around guns. From looking despondent and lost when answering questions like "Do you know where you are?", you can now see that he is fully engaged and making eye contact with the detective. I wonder if Curzio has caught on to this as well.
3 shotguns, the AR-15, a 9mm high point. What other guns? An AK-47? Okay. When did you buy that?
Recently.
What does that mean? Days or weeks or months? Months. All legitimately bought under your name.
Yes.
Was anybody there with you or not?
My mother was with me when I bought all the other guns.
Did you tell her why you were buying the guns?
We can see that whenever Cruz is asked a question as to why, he dances around the answer. Maybe that's because he knows the truth won't support his mental defense case.
I mean, look, I got kids too. I'm taking my kids to the gun store to buy all these weapons. I think I would ask them, "Hey, Nick, why do you need all of them?" Did you ever have that conversation with your mom?
I told her
You told her what?
it was
You're protecting yourself from what?
boys.
Alright, so you needed all those guns to protect yourself from the voices, but the voice is in your head. How are you going to get the voice out of your head? With 3 shotguns, 3 rifles.
Just to keep them occupied so they doesn't do anything.
The detective now has the means to close the curtains on this theatrical display. Keep an eye on Cruz's reactions as Curzio finally applies the pressure.
The voice is telling you that the AR-15s is... You like guns, man. You want to be a ranger. You like guns. It's alright, there's cops like that. There's cops who got 50 million guns. You didn't buy guns because the voice said, "Hey, today I like Mossbergs, tomorrow I like AR-15s. You like guns.
He's called a psychologist.
I get it. I've already got the questions from some of the psychologists. Some of the questions I asked you were from... Yeah.
I see.
That's the ones I asked you. You already... Voices. Are they inside or outside of your head? What do the voices say? These are all questions I asked you. How many voices? You said 1. Whose voice do you think it was? You didn't know.
What's wrong with me?
I don't know. I don't understand why you can't admit you like guns. There's lots of guys who like...
It's a voice.
You can think all you want. I'm just...
I'm just thinking.
Well, do you want me to leave you to think for a while and then I'll come back and talk to you? I personally, I think you're using the demon as an excuse.
I told you it's true.
I understand that. So all this, the demon is because you got disrespected by in front of your peers.
The story about the peers that the detective is talking about is yet another bullet point in Nick's motives behind the shooting. A moment that was caught on tape and passed around the world of social media.
You could have stopped the demon anytime you want. You didn't want to stop the demon. You didn't. You could have. I've given you 4 ways you could have stopped the demon, man. Okay, now you know you're just acting like that because...
No.
Okay, well, relax. You're just acting like that because I'm making sense. Calm down. I'm making sense, and you don't like when it makes sense. Because it doesn't fit into the story you're telling right now.
I'm telling you the story. It's just true. It's just,
Well, why are you looking at your arm now?
I'm trying to understand why.
Well, why didn't you want to stop the demon?
I don't know.
Because I think you like the demon.
No, I don't.
Why didn't you stop it then?
I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon.
Well, that's if the demon even exists.
Can I get an attorney or something?
And there it is. Can I get an attorney or something? When you've said enough to destroy your act, your story, and put your plot in shambles. It's generally at this moment where the detective would leave and do as the suspect asked. Wait for the lawyer. But after the given stories and the contradicting acts, it was his turn to play along.
You want what? An attorney?
Yeah.
Did the demon or the voice just tell you to get an attorney? Okay. All right. Well, you tell the voice that don't hit yourself in the head because the attorney, the demon just requested. I will stop talking to you.
I'm scared.
You're scared of what? What?
Why wouldn't he protect me, man?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't he protect me?
All right. Well, again, your demon wants an attorney. Does the demon know an attorney? Any name in particular? All right. Well, just relax. You're done talking to me. All right. Calm down.
The time was up. The detective couldn't ask any questions, and he wasn't about to break the law on camera. But he had one more trick up his sleeve. He knew he wouldn't be able to interrogate Nick without a lawyer present. But what if he was able to get someone else to pull information? There was one person Nick had asked to speak with. His brother Zach. And this is the saddest and probably most honest version of Nick that anyone will ever see.
What do you think Mom would think right now? If she would cry. You're people think you're a monster now. A monster? You don't have to. You're not acting like yourself. Like, why? This is not who you are. Like, why'd you do this? Don't even laugh at me. Dude, this is... I tried to... What happened to your Instagram? I tried to text you, like, literally a couple of days ago, because I had this bad feeling in my heart. What happened to your Instagram? Why'd you text me? Or what happened to it? Why'd you stop with your social media? People. What do you mean people, dude? It's irrelevant people. What? Who? Tell me exactly who. Who made you delete your Instagram? Who? People. What people? Alright, I know you probably feel like you have nobody, but I care about you. I literally would pour my heart out for you. I know I make it seem like I didn't care about you at all. I know I made it seem like when we were growing up that I hated you. I didn't like you. But truth is, I just didn't want to look like it. I didn't want to look weak. I love you with all my heart. Like, I will tell you, I'm telling you right now, I love you. I know what you did today. Other people look at me like I'm crazy for you, and I don't care what other people think. Like, you're my brother. I love you. You can't. Why are you? Can I hug him?
You want to hug? Yeah, as long as you.
Yes, I love you too, bro. I know what you've gone through, though. It's okay, bro.
So Detective Curcio did what he could over 9 hours of interrogation. Nick attempted to manipulate the facts to absolve the weight of his actions. His brother brought out another side of him. It doesn't matter if we believe the demon story or not. It doesn't matter what the detective thinks. The cost of the 17 lives taken will rest in the hands of the jury. Will it be life in prison? Or will it be the death sentence? Unfortunately, we know what that verdict was. Just days ago, Nicholas Cruz was given life in prison. So, how would you punish the man responsible for the worst high school shooting in US history? Sound off in the comments below, leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time.